Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to make a Christmas cake, which is cheap, quick and super easy. So I got the recipe over on Jack Monroe's website, cookingonabootstrap.com. I will link in the page over in the drop box below, so if you want to go directly to the recipe. It's so easy to make. So first of all, you're going to need 2 eggs, 200 grams of self-raising flour, a jar of mincemeat. It's the 411 grams. It does say 400 grams, but she said throw the whole lot in, so that's fine. And 200 mils of ginger ale. Now you can either use ginger ale or ginger beer. I'm using low calorie ginger ale. It has to be fizzy, so make sure it's still got fizz if it's like half opened. And this one is obviously a lot less sins because I'm using the low calorie one. And basically you bung all the ingredients in and that is it. So let me show you. So yeah, I've got my bowl here. I'm just going to pour basically the ginger ale in first, it says. So yeah, you can see mine's still got a fizz. You need the fizz because that is the chemical reaction. It's a bit like the Betty Crocker chocolate cake, I think it is, where you use is it Pepsi, Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke? It's that chemical reaction from the fizz. So I've got my ginger ale in there. I'm just going to add 2 eggs. What I have also done is preheated my oven to 170 degrees. I don't know what that is in gas mark or anything, so have a look and work that out, but yeah, you can Google that. So yeah, 170 degrees, and you also need a 20-inch cake tin. Now I've got this one here, and you can see I've also sprayed it with some of the Groovy Food virgin coconut oil, which I used the other day, and it's really good, and it doesn't stain the tin like the Frylight and that do. So I'm just going to mix it to get the eggs mixed up basically, and then I'm going to add the flour, and this is self-raising flour, as I said, 200 grams. Mix that around, and then I'm just going to add my mincemeat. So I'm just using Tesco one, but obviously you can use any one, and just pour that in there. Last time I did add some raisins, which does increase the sin value, but I added 75 grams of raisins, so it did increase the sin value of the cake to 8.5 sins per portion. This one actually, without the raisins, makes it 7.5 sins per portion, and I don't know if it needs the extra raisins really, if I'm totally honest. It was only a few really extra. 75 grams of raisins doesn't really go that far. So yeah, if you cut this into 12 portions, it makes it 7.5 sins a portion, which might still sound a lot, but it's a lot less than like a normal Christmas cake. And this is just so easy. Like if you don't have time and you've got people coming over, this is just a brilliant cake to make basically. So mix that around until it's all basically mixed together. The other thing she did mention on her blog is basically take a tablespoon of the mincemeat out and swap it for a tablespoon of marmalade, which might give it a little more of a citrusy. I'm going to not do that basically because I quite liked it as it was, but I think a little bit of orange zest or something like that would be nice in there if you wanted to add that. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it simple for now. So that's all mixed up, and then I'm just going to pour it into my cake tin. So the cake mixture's in there now. It's ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to cover it with some tin foil because she said it can burn on the top. So she just said put some tin foil on it. And then the last 10 minutes I will take it off just so that it goes brown on the top but not burnt. So yeah, I'm going to pop this in the oven, as I said, on 170 degrees for 50 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So it has come out of the oven, and it was in for about 60 minutes. I took it out after 40 minutes just to check, and it was still quite sort of gooey and that. So I put it back in for another 10 minutes, and then with the foil over the top, and then I popped it back in, and then the last 10 minutes, taking up to an hour, I took the foil off so it just went brown on the top. So there you have it, a little Christmas cake. It is absolutely so quick and easy to make. It is delicious, and if you just want to sort of knock up a quick Christmas cake, if you've got friends coming over Christmas time, this I totally recommend, and it's cheap as well. So, and also if you cut it into then 12 pieces, so I cut it in half and then 6 this side, 6 that side obviously, it works out 7.5 cents a slice. Yeah, so it's definitely worth making, and it tastes really good. Sydney, my eldest, cannot get enough of it. So yeah, just a quick, easy, fairly low sin Christmas cake.